So now we need to get a list of those first names. And I've provided you with a list of over 1,000. Actually, I think it's closer to 1,700 first names. And you can get that from the download area of this website. And we're going to paste them in this box. So easy as that. We have all those 1,700 first names in this box. And that'll create the first part of the domain name. So let's click OK. And what we've just done is created a filter. So what we have to do now is run that filter. By clicking this button, which is D, click Run Filter. It's extracting all that data. What it's doing is taking all the domains from those 90,000 some domains and pulling out the ones that begin with one of those first names that we imported. And it's also pulling out anything that is not a .com and does not have a hyphen. And there we go. We now have a list of all the domains that were in that list of 90,000 some domain names that we downloaded. And it took out all the domains that begin with the first name and have a .com and are not hyphenated. Let's see how many we got from that list. We have a total of 5,437 names in that list. Obviously, that's still way too many to look through manually, but at least it's narrowed it down for us. But a lot of these names, even though they begin with a first name, are not applicable to what we're doing because they don't have business niches along with the first name. So we want domains that apply to businesses. So what we're going to do next is run another filter on this list. Let's go to the filter setup again, and we will uncheck the first box, and we will check the second box with Word Anywhere. In this box, we will enter different business niches that you can do a search on in this list. Now, you could compile a list of 1,000 different types of businesses, but what we're going to do for this demonstration is just enter a few in this box so you can see how the process works. So I entered different keywords here for different types of businesses, such as real estate, insurance, landscaping, pet grooming, roofers, roofing, roof repair. Those three are all in the same industry, but different wording. Salon, lawyer, attorney, cars, autos, cake, restaurant, hair. I just entered different things I could think of off the top of my head, but you could compile a list of 100 or 1,000 different business types to run through this list. So let's just take this short list and hit OK and then run the filter. Okay, so we ended up with a total of 29 different domain names from that list of 90,000 some domain names. So that's a very manageable list that you can manually go through and eyeball and check to see which of these are available and which of these have businesses they can be applied to. So looking down this list, we'd have to check to see if Alias Salon Spa would be the name of a business somewhere or several businesses that have the same name. Arts Hair Salon, I bet there are a bunch of those. Remember, we're looking for names that apply to many businesses so we can offer them to these businesses and have one of them buy it. Cindy's Restaurant, that's a great one. I'm sure there are many Cindy's restaurants out there. Ella's Hair Studio, we'd check that on Google to see how many Ella's Hair Studios there are. Ella's Wine Cakes, Johnston Autos. Well, Johnston is a name, it's also a town. So I'll bet that there is a Johnston Autos that would love to have this name. Marin Auto Storage, that's an interesting name. We'd have to look that up to see what businesses may use that name. Sherry's Wig Salon, we'd have to check that. So you take the ones that look like they may apply to many businesses and you look them up in Google to see which businesses they would apply to. And that's your prospect list.